Senator John Barrasso, Republican of Wyoming, joins us now. Mr. Senator, thanks for coming on the show. I'm sure you're tired, but take us inside the chamber yesterday. What was it like being penned up there for all those hours?
Well, you know, you're not allowed to speak, Stuart, under, they say, penalty of prison, kind of like the Tower of London. And I sit next to Lindsey Graham. Well, you know, he's a talkative guy, so there are some challenges, but it's an important role that we are playing, sitting in on this, what will now be a fair trial after what we were through in the House, which was very unfair. They put up a flimsy case. It was rushed. It was partisan. I believe it was actually an abuse of the Constitution, what happened in the House. We are now going to have a fair trial in the Senate, consistent with the rules that were used for President Bill Clinton.
As a viewer, it was unutterably boring and went on forever. I can't believe that this will do the Democrats any good politically if you've got to put up with that for days on end, weeks on end.
The interest just isn't there for the public. The public will tell you that what happened in the House, only 1 out of 3 of them view it as a fair process. They believe what we're going to do in the Senate. A majority of viewers believe it will be fair. But the Democrats are now going to have 3 days, 24 hours of talking time to make their case. They've done such a poor job in the House that now they want to call additional witnesses. They could have called anybody they wanted. In the House. They called 17 over that period of time. But it is interesting because one of the House managers yesterday said, we need to do this immediately. Well, the political stunt of Nancy Pelosi held the articles for 35 days. And if you read the article, if you read their whole brief, 13 times they say the evidence is overwhelming. Well, if it's so overwhelming, why do they need additional witnesses at all?
I'm going to put something on the screen which might shock some of our viewers. It is a candy drawer. This, I believe, is the only source of food that's allowable during this Senate trial. You can't even have coffee to keep you up all night. I mean, is that real? Is that accurate?
That is accurate. Last night dragged on until about 2 o'clock this morning because Chuck Schumer continued to bring up new amendments to try to change the rules, which were the rules essentially similar to what they did with President Clinton 20 years ago. That's what we said. We wanted to use that as the basis. Last time, 100 senators voted for it, but not this time. No, Chuck Schumer is playing lots of political games because remember, Stuart, this is a partisan impeachment. It is one-sided. It is an effort to undo the election of 2016 and really have a significant influence in the election of 2020.
Real fast, Senator, can you give me 20 seconds on what to expect today?
I expect a more boring viewing. You know, the networks cut away from it. You're going to hear the House managers make their case probably well into the night. It's flimsy. It's a weak case because they had such a rushed process in the House.
You have our sympathy, Mr. Senator, but it's your job and you got to do it. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, sir. We'll see you soon, Senator Barrasso. Thanks,
Stuart.
Michael.